Headed over to Cafe Gratitude now to meet up with my friend Connor. Cafe Gratitude, Larchmont. So I'm walking over here to Cafe Gratitude. I'm in Larchmont, just off Melrose, and I've never been to this Cafe Gratitude before, but what are you grateful for? I am very thankful for my mom. You gonna see my mom this weekend, actually, in Phoenix. I absolutely love their quotes here: love, serve, remember. And if I could add anything to that, I would add forgive, because I think in this day and age that the most valuable thing we have is forgiveness. And I'm talking like instant forgiveness. Like somebody does something that you don't agree with to you or in front of you or any of that. And if we can do our best to not judge and forgive, we transcend that duality immediately. Can we live up to that ability? Maybe we can, I'm not entirely sure. However, I am an eternal optimist, and I believe that it's possible. We just have to choose it for our own selves, right? So, what are you choosing today? I'm here with my good friend Connor.
Stopping in a Cafe Gratitude to start off the morning with a delicious meal. We both got the I am trusting. So we're setting intentions, laying out what we're going to be creating for the day, and we're excited to share it with you all. Around the world, we are awakening to a new vision. We're letting go of what has been. We're taking a step into the future that we know we can co-create, where we all meditate, then rise up and initiate a just and thriving global network of local communities, powered by renewable energies, in which local organic agriculture, upcycled materials, fair trade, and biomimicry are the standards of global industry, a world that puts people and the planet ahead of corporate profit. This evolution of consciousness is accelerating exponentially, so eventually the international banking cartels and their puppets within each government will merge into it. And we will watch as each corporation is rendered obsolete by a cooperative, which is intuitive because this whole world is fluid, it's energy. You, me, every mountain, car, and tree, we're 99.999% empty. This is just a fact of the subatomic reality. It's an interconnected field of frequency, and we're just floating on this beautiful blue marble through infinite space. And quantum mechanics has scientifically proven that all of reality is intimately interlaced, which is what Buddhists, saints, yogis, Jesus, and enlightened beings have been telling us for thousands of years, because the experience that we are each infinite consciousness shatters all fears. Now, these have become controversial topics because corporate influence over education, media, and government puts our minds into little boxes. We've been conditioned through our education to respond reflexively to any person in a position of authority, and it's underfunded intentionally so that the general public fails to see that we're just educated enough to add value to their global financial hierarchy without being able to connect the dots and question the injustice of this transnational, plutocratic patriarchy. And unlike the laws of nature, which we cannot change, any human-created system can be rearranged, especially since disaster capitalism is so deranged, using fiat money to consolidate resources globally in the hands of a few uber wealthy, who reign over this corporatocracy. But we are now interconnected in every country, and sustainable technologies are being implemented exponentially, so we are ready to make this transition justly. The transition we've been preparing for 50 years or more, since the hippies in the 60s were breaking through the molds of abusive societies and dreaming of the potential of our species and all that we could be if we were rooted in love and compassion for all living things, and we viewed all life as sacred. then we would hear freedom ring. Now we hear freedom ring. If we had a beat, I'd move my feet, but instead I'll just feel into my feet. And speaking of feet, let's take to the street and demand climate justice for our brothers and sisters overseas and for the people of the Maldives. As sea levels rise, we will see with our own eyes that global climate destabilization is real. And if we don't evolve beyond the degradation of this Earth's ecosystems, we are going to steal this beautiful planet from future generations. So let's stop this madness, join hands and know we've got this. Let's speak out for all of the victims of increasing floods, famines, fires, and typhoons. What happens to the people who don't have the money to move? Now with these realizations, drop back into the groove. Here in the present moment is where we can find atonement. Stop relying on your government, educate yourself and find your movement. Earth Guardians on the rise, you can see it in the eyes of all the disenfranchised, all the beings who are marginalized. It's time to break through the lies and use our free minds to see what's been disguised by profit-driven institutions that cause the abuse of women and children all around this planet, so that a few of us can have all this fancy shit that doesn't even make us happy and leaves us feeling empty, manipulated, and overstimulated when all we ever really wanted or needed is to help each other feel elevated. I could go on for a while, so for now let's forget the dial of time, still our minds, feel into the space and stillness deep inside, and tap into the bliss that is within all of us and doesn't cost a single dime. If what I have said resonates with you and you would like to learn more about climate science, the transnational corporate empire, or quantum mechanics and the evolution of consciousness, please visit hourglassearth.com. And if you would like to see companies that are making it easy to transition to a more sustainable way of living on this planet, through biomimicry, through upcycling, through renewable technologies, visit www.ecoactive.com. And it's a portal to innovative, sustainable products and services whose the companies are aligning their business practices with Earth's ecosystems. They're taking steps to do that.